seems about human nature is that a lot of different economic conditions and social conditions, the way people make a living in the world brings out different sides of human nature. We're capable of such a broad range of social and antisocial and ultrasocial behavior, and it's which side gets emphasized seems to be so much related to the context.
Yeah, again, there's some just fascinating scientific studies that are coming out that can help answer these questions. There's a paper published in Science a few years ago about rice farming and wheat farming in China. These are two villages in China that were close to each other, you know, same ethnic groups and so on. One grew rice and one wheat, and the researchers found that the people in the rice cultures were more cooperative on, you know, this questionnaire scale of attitudes than the people who grew corn. Rice is a more cooperative, more communal kind of farming. You have to work together to plant and harvest more than you do with corns. So the way people make a living, again, this is not a new idea either. It goes back to Aristotle, Marx, and a bunch of people. But the way people make a living determines, to a large extent, their attitudes. And, you know, with production for surplus, you had to worry about the future. You had to always produce more than you thought you were going to need, just in case something goes wrong with the crop. You have a crop failure, a storm, or something like that. So you're planning for the future, but you're much more apprehensive about the future. And there's a fascinating book by called Against the Grain by James Scott at Yale. And he makes the point of how important grain was in the development of these hierarchical state societies. Grains you could tax, they came ripe at certain times of year. You couldn't hide them, so the tax collectors could come along and count them. Writing developed because of that, you know, counting and taxation. Writing for narrative didn't come along for actually thousands of years after writing was invented. So, you know, all these things sort of interplaying together, sort of the kind of crops you're growing. And, you know, anyway, I'll stop there. So.